if we would ask where you are in the chart, there can be many answers. Some will be saying the Atmakaraka, which is showing the soul. So we'll be saying the Lagna Lord, the sun and moon. There is also this popular statement which is showing that Vedic astrology is more about the moon. The Western astrology is all about the sun. But in fact, all of these places in the chart, Atmakaraka, Aruda Lagna, sun, moon, ascendant Lord, they will be showing some perspective of us. And if you would like to get some synthesis, then it probably will be the relationship between all of these points or some kind of picture which will be involving all of these points. So in this video I will be giving you the traditional approach to the Dispositors. Dispositor also may be seen as some kind of yoga formation. So we know we have this yuti, which is conjunction, we have the aspect, which is the aspect between the planet called the drishti, and we also have the exchange, which is the exchange between the planets, which is called also parivartana. And then we have also the Dispositor, which is also very important for timing. As we remember, for example, when we take the 10th from the moon, it is showing very important time for the career life. So we can take that Lord and see the Dispositor of that Lord in the Rashi, the main chart, and in the Navamsha. Let's say that 10th Lord from the moon is Venus, like in my case, I have Venus in Scorpio in the Navamsha, which may show that I'm working with such topics like astrology. And then it will be, Dispositors will be Mars or Ketu. So when the Antardasha, especially the Antardasha will come of this Mars and Ketu, then this will be important time for the career life. So to be able to use the Dispositors, we need to remember the lordship of the planets. So for the Aries, this is Mars. For the Taurus, is the Venus and the Moon. For the Gemini, this is Mercury. For the Cancer, it will be Moon. For the Leo, it's Sun. For the Virgo, it's Mercury and Rahu. For Libra, it's Venus. For Scorpio, it is Mars and Ketu. For Sagittarius, we have Jupiter. For Capricorn, we have Saturn. For Aquarius, we have Saturn and Rahu. And for Pisces, we have Jupiter and Ketu. So now about the Dispositors, what they show and what they are so important. So it's quite easy. Dispositor is just the lord of the sign in which the planet or the lord is placed. For example, if Venus is in Aries, then the Mars will be the Venus Dispositor. If Venus will be in Scorpio, then we take the Mars and Ketu because they are lording the Scorpio. If Venus is in the Pisces, then Jupiter and Ketu will be the Dispositor because they are lording the Pisces. And for the lords, it works the same. Let's say that 7th Lord is in Cancer, then the Cancer is lorded by the Moon. So the 7th Lord Dispositor will be the Moon in this case. And other very important thing is that Dispositors are controlling the health and the outcome or the fruit of the yoga. So for example, if we want to see the health of the native or health of us, we take just the Lagna Lord Dispositor. For example, if you have Lagna Lord in the Aries, then the Mars will show the overall aspects of the health. This is also kind of Vahana, so who is carrying you. So based on timing of this planet, this will have something to do with the health, depending how this planet is placed. If this planet is badly placed and this dasha comes, then this may show that the time of bad health is coming. And similarly, we can use that for other lordship. Let's say that 7th Lord is in the Capricorn and Saturn is in Dushtana, like 6 or 8. So when the Saturn dasha will come, then this will be the bad for the health of our partners. And we can use that for all other houses. The 4th Lord Dispositor will be about the mother's health, the 9th Lord Dispositor about the father's health, 10th Lord Dispositors about the boss health, and so on. So the first chart is of Asa Wayne Jones, and she was assaulted or beaten together with her current partner, the third one, by the goons which were hired by the second partner. And we can see that in that chart it was in Lagna Lord is in the Scorpio, debilitated with Rahu Saturn, so it's quite difficult situation just when it comes to the Lagna Lord, showing the native health. And also the 7th Lord is there, the 7th Lord shows the partner. And what is very important, that the Dispositor of this Lagna Lord and 7th Lord shows the physical body or the health, is in the 6th house of enemies, and this is the Mars, and this was also in the Aries Narayana Dasha, which shows that this was the timing when that Mars was active. So that means that in that Mars period, the health of both native and the spouse may be afflicted, or it can be a dangerous time for them, and this will be specifically because that Mars is in Dushtana, so the Dispositor is afflicted. It's very interesting that the second Upapada, which is showing the second relationship, is in the Aries, so that Mars is playing for that or supporting that second relationship, so is the second relationship, and this is in the second house from the third Upapada. So this is affecting the third partnership. Okay guys, if you like this video so far, please click the thumbs up. You are helping me with the algorithm of YouTube to make this video more visible on this platform. Share this with your friends. Write me in the comments which part of this video resonates with you the most. Subscribe if you'd like to get notification about similar videos in the future. And now let's go back to this video. Then we have the bit extreme example of Mark Obershaw. And in this chart, this is the native who has killed his younger brother. So the focus here will be the third house of Gemini. Interestingly, his younger brother is also a Gemini ascendant. We will do his chart next. And we can analyze here the health of the younger brother and how it is connected to this unfortunate event. So we see that the third house is Gemini. The third house will then be loaded by Mercury. And this Mercury goes to 9. This is 7 from the third. So this is also a bit dangerous. It shows that this person can go away. And what is very important, we are taking again this dispositor of the third lord, so that will be Jupiter, and he is in the yoga of Jupiter Rahu. This is the Murder yoga, so Jupiter and Rahu, and especially the Jupiter is Atmakaraka, which is showing the soul. And we know that when Atmakaraka is in the second house, then there is some danger of confinement or jail, because the 12th house from the Atmakaraka will be the lagna or ascendant. So this Jupiter Rahu, this Murder yoga is there in the second house. Also interestingly, this is in the 12th from the third. So this is also kind of loss of the younger brother. So we have this unfortunate yoga related to dispositor of the third lord. So health of the younger brother is very much inauspicious because it's in the bad yoga, and this is indicating the murder. Of course, this can happen in more charts. This will be not so extreme like in this case, because to see that really intense level like here, this will be shown by the Vargas, by the divisional charts or other subtle points in the Rasi chart. So this has to be confirmed by the other points. The general structure of what was going on is here derived by these planets. So now we have the chart of the younger brother, which is the Brian Obershaw, and this is even more obvious because in this chart we have Lagna Lord Mercury in the 5th house and the dispositor of Venus, and this unfortunate event, so the time of demise was in Jupiter Venus Dasa. Jupiter is in the 7th house, Venus is in 12 from that. So what is most important is that Lagna Lord will show the native, and the dispositor of that Mercury will show the health. And this is the Venus, and this Venus is in Marana Karakasana, so very much badly placed, and this all happened in that. In Scorpio, the other lord, the Mars is also loading the Aries, and Aries would be the 11th house, and the 11th house is showing this elder brother, and this Mars is on the Lagna. So we can say that the elder brother has something to do with either physical health, or it can be an image, or it can be family, birth, and so on. There is the big impact of the elder brother on the native, and now this is also 6th lord, so this is kind of enmity, right? So for this Gemini Lagna, this Mars is quite inauspicious planet. Next example is of Arthur Shawcross. He was the serial killer. He's responsible for killing 14 people, mostly sex workers. This was in Upper New York, and he was called Genesee River Killer. This is a very dark, very tamasic chart. And what is important for us is that the Lagna Lord and the 7th Lord, they are joined. So again, we have some relationship, and these are Venus and Mars. So this is Bacchus Yoga, which is showing high libido or many relationships. And this is in the 12th house. So this is already in the house of loss. And what is very important here is that the Mars is dispositor of this yoga. And now to get the full picture what's going on, we need to take into consideration that the Mars in 8 or Ketu in 8 or 12, this is a yoga which is showing the physical violence in the relationship. So this is very extreme yoga, especially in the Navamsa chart. So we have this Ketu in the 8th house and Mars in the 12th house, and this is indicating this problematic combination. And this is again related to the health of the partner and the native, so they are in the 8th and 12th. So this yoga is there. The last example is of Ryan White, and this was person who was infected whilst the blood transfusion with HIV. He was suffering from the hemophiliac disease. At that time, the doctors were giving him the 5 months. He was living for 5 years. And in this chart, we have Pisces Lagna. Jupiter is the Lagna Lord, so this will be in the 9th house, which is showing some relationship to this external situations, to the fortune. So there is some big force which can have big impact on your life, and this will depend where the 9th Lord is placed, if it's good or bad. In this case, 9th Lord is Mars and Ketu, and Mars is in the 12th house, and as we said, the 7 and 12 are the houses of going away. So the Night Lord in the 12th house is that Mars in the Rahu sign. This will be important in a few minutes. So Mars and Saturn are in the yoga, and this is Yama yoga. This is because the Mars is aspecting the Saturn. So Mars is aspecting always the 4th house from its placement. Saturn is aspecting the 10th. So they are having this mutual graha drishti between these Mars and Saturn. So this is showing the death, and this is related to 12th house of going away. And now Mars has to do with the blood, so this disease has to do with the blood, and this is aspected by Rahu. And we know that this Rahu and Mars yoga, this has to do with this respiratory diseases. So we are taking the lagna Lord Dispositor, which is showing the health. This is in the 12th house of going away. This is in the yoga of death, Mars and Saturn. This is related to blood karaka, blood signification, because this is Moon and Mars. This is Rahu Mars yoga, because Rahu is aspecting that Mars, which is showing this respiratory disease. And this is also from the 11th house, and 11th house has to do with the immune system. So we have all the points of the story connected, and this is related to the Dispositor of the lagna Lord, which is showing the native's health. If you like me to help you with the chart analysis when it comes to your yogas, dashas, remedies regarding the health, relationship and career life, how to make those areas more fulfilling, then hit me up in the email below and we can schedule the consultation for you. Okay guys, that's gonna be it from me. Thanks for watching till the end. If you have found some value in this video, let me know by hitting the like button, subscribe for more, and see you in the next one.